In the spreadsheet world, VLOOKUP has been around forever. But let's be honest, sometimes it is a pain in the butt. With VLOOKUP, you have to organize the data in a very rigid way. You can't look up data on the left. Sometimes you get this really annoying NAs. And when you're dealing with a large data sets, you have to count the columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who has time for that? But there's a better way, and it's called XLOOKUP. Hi friends, if you're new here, my name is Jimmy, and I make videos about Google Sheets. Today, I want to walk you through 3 reasons why XLOOKUP is better than VLOOKUP and how you can put it to work. I'll be walking you through it in Google Sheets, but it works exactly the same way in Microsoft Excel. Let's dive in. Here, I have a data set of my sales reps, their region, and their quarterly sales figures. My first task is to look up the sales figures of a salesperson named Alice Cole for 2031 Q4, which is the column here. Let me show you how easy it is. So in this cell, I'm going to type in equals XL and then hit tab to select this XLOOKUP formula. The search key is going to be the name of the employee, which is the cell here. Hit comma. The second parameter is the lookup range, which is where this value, the salesperson's name, will show up, which is this column. I'm going to select the top of this column here and then Command Shift down to select the entire column, hit comma. The third parameter is the result range. This is where the results are going to come from, which is the column over here. I'm going to do the same thing. Select the top of the column here, Command Shift down. Make sure that the rows here, 8 to 32, 8 to 32 are exactly matching for the formula to work. And hit enter, and you get the answers, right? 146, 146. Now, let me show you how different it would be if you're using VLOOKUP. So I'm going to do equals VL to select the VLOOKUP, hit tab. The search key is going to be the same. Alice Cole over here in this cell, comma. The second parameter is where things diverge. Instead of just selecting the column for where the sales reps' names are going to come from, you have to select the entire database over here. Hit comma. The third parameter is how many columns away you are from the first one. So you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you put in 9. Like I said, a pain in the butt. I'll finish by putting false at the end to make sure that it is an exact match. Now, as you can see, the first advantage with XLOOKUP is that you don't need to figure out the column index number. And when you audit your formula, look at this. Double click on this, you know exactly what is going on. The value that you are looking up, where the lookup range is going to be, and where the results are coming from. Versus if you look at the VLOOKUP formula, it's hard to interpret what the 9 is, and you will have to count again. The second advantage of XLOOKUP is that you can look things up on the left. Let's say my task is to look up Alice Cole's region. With XLOOKUP, it's very similar to what we did. We're going to hit equals XL, tab. I'm going to select Alice Cole's name here, comma. The sales rep range is going to be exactly the same. All I need to do is to change from selecting this column to this column. I'm just going to basically do this, and you can hit enter. And now you get the region Asia, right, which is the case here. Now, what about VLOOKUP? Guess what? You can't do it. It's not possible. VLOOKUP cannot search for things on the left. So you have to rearrange the data. You have to basically move the entire column to the left of the region column. Like I said, a pain in the butt. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and you would like to learn more about Google Sheets, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can get more content like this. The third advantage of XLOOKUP is that it allows you to define what happens when the data is missing or there's a mismatch. Let's say I mistyped the name here without the E. You'll see that both formula will show #NA, indicating there's an error because this value doesn't show up in the range. Now, for XLOOKUP, there are a couple things you can do. If you go into the formula and then you have a comma at the end of the third parameter and you hit enter, if there's no value that can be looked up, it's going to return blank in the cell. Or you can also put in something that would indicate that your value is not found. I can put not found, and it's going to show that like when it's not able to find the value indicator here. With VLOOKUP, you have to use another formula, and it's going to be called if NA. So you need to basically define, if the value is not available, what do you want to show? Like if you want to show blank, you can do quotations, or you can put a value like this. Again, it is easier with XLOOKUP. A bonus tip, XLOOKUP can also replace a formula called HLOOKUP, which looks at information horizontally. Here, I want to look up Alice Co's sales figures based on the quarter selected here. So in this case, I will type in XLOOKUP. I'm going to select the quarter here. And instead of selecting the vertical columns, I am going to select the header. This column information is going to come from this header over here. Then I'm going to hit comma, and I want to specifically search for Alice Co. So I'm going to select this row, and then that's my formula, right? So if I selected 2030 Q2, it's going to give me $16,000. And if I select another quarter, 2031 Q2, I'm going to get 25,680. So XLOOKUP is a great formula in order for you to do VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. I hope that I've convinced you to use XLOOKUP going forward. If you have questions, drop a comment below. The next video, I'm going to do a tutorial on index match so that you can look up information based on 2 parameters. Stay tuned, and I'll see you at the next one.